Hey guys, what's up? Matt here from Loon Outdoors, and today we're going to be tying one of my favorite flies for summertime. A lot of guys are going to call it a Euro Nymph or a, tightline nymph, whatever you want to call it. Realistically, it's just a very basic, hybridized little black fly. I tie these in a lot of different colors. This is on a size 16 with a 3.3 mil tungsten bead in purple. Literally, I tie with Vivus body quill, and you can tie it in about 200 different colors with this stuff. So sky's the limit. Do what you want with this pattern. It's just a very small, nondescript pattern, great for any conditions throughout the summer. Alrighty guys, so in the vise today, once again, we have size 16 jig hook, and a 3.3 mil tungsten bead. This one happens to be a purple version, but realistically you can tie with whatever you would like. Our thread today, if you know what I tie with Vivus 50D. It's an ultra fine gel spun thread, and color doesn't count because it's going to get hidden. So all I do is I just take touching turns all the way past where the hook point would be. This is a barbless hook. I'll trim off the tag end, and our tailing fiber today is a Pardo Coq de Leon feather, and I'm going to take about 5 to 6 strands because at the end of the day, trout do not know how to count, so it just creates a nice stable tail with a few extra fibers to lose. As you can see, I put about a 1/4 inch tail in there, and I'll take a few turns forward up to about where our thorax would be to secure that in place. From there, we're going to trim that off. I'm going to be using the Vivus body quill in black. This is a great thread type material. It's a very fine weave. And what I like to do is trim off about 6 to 8 inches, and I simply half that over like you would do tying in a legs, and I'm going to wrap that to the back of the fly. I'm ultimately trying to reduce the amount of body thickness that we're going to have here. And next up, this is a really cool, this is just some Flashabou that's like dark peacock. So we'll tie in a single strand of that, and you'll notice I leave about a 32nd of an inch or 2 mils of distance between my first wrap with the body quill and the flash. This is going to be our segmentation for the fly. It does get a little bit unruly, so I wrap it around our vise pawn just to hold it out of the way. I'm going to take touching turns with the body quill moving forward, keeping that super slim body. I'm not building an ice cream cone here like a pertagon. I want it to be as slim as possible and have the most minimal amount of water resistance possible. From there, we're just going to trim this off, and all of that will get covered up with later steps. But we're going to go ahead and, as my daughter calls it, candy cane in our flash, moving forward to the same spot and catch that, and I like to double it back. All right, so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take some UV clear fly finish in thin, and this is literally just a drop. As you can see, I just deposited a tiny drop. You could use flow in this scenario. Thin works just as fine. And I spread that out with the needle applicator tip, and then we're just going to go ahead and gently rotate and cure. You want to keep in mind keeping your light as close to the fly as possible does ensure the best cure for the resin. After about 15 seconds, we're going to take the tiniest pinch of ice dub. For this fly I'm using peacock black, but if you change the colors, you can do PMD color variants, cinnamon caddis looking ones. I mean, the sky is really the limit here with this fly pattern. So we'll go ahead and wrap in just a few for a really small thorax, and from there we'll go ahead and whip finish. Just once will do ya, and pull incredibly snug and trim off our excess. As a precaution, what I do is I kind of put the needle into the bead slot there, and I just apply a little bit of resin and cure that as well for about 10 seconds. And there you go. It's a super basic box filling fly that's going to ride hook point up, catch a ton of fish, tied in a ton of different colors, and fill your boxes up. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.